Hey guys, so I just got back from the theater from seeing The Walk. It finally came to my theater. I know it came out last week on IMAX 3D, and this week it finally got a wide release. I still don't understand why they decide to release it 1 week or for 1 week only. In IMAX, and then the next week they release it worldwide. Why not just do it all in one fucking week? I don't understand that. I will never do. Um, it's one of those movies I could tell that it was meant for IMAX, but it's all at the same time. Not everybody has IMAX. Whatever. Anyways, I'm not gonna get. I've been on this rant a couple of times during these videos. So I'm not gonna go over it again. But anyways, this was a movie I was really generally looking forward to. I must admit, I've never seen Man on Wire. I wish I have seen. I kind of now wish I would have seen that documentary. Although I probably would have been comparing a lot. I've heard a lot of people say that the documentary is a lot better than this movie. Um, but the story alone kind of interested me. It always has kind of interested me. Of this guy who was just fucking crazy enough to say, "Hey, I'm gonna tightrope across the Twin Towers." Okay, that that's something I definitely would never want to do. Um, Obviously can't do it now, but I know I'm not trying to make a joke. I'm just saying, pointing out the obvious. But he's it kind of always seems like an interesting story, and also it's like at the same time, it's like, how can you make a movie about that? I don't know. It's like, how can you make a 2 hour movie? But I was told by a lot of people that the documentary is really interesting. It's like one of the most well received documentaries ever made. So I was like, okay, I'll have to check this out. And it's like it was kind of distracting seeing Joseph Gordon Levitt in previews having a French accent. That was weird. I was like, okay. I knew the guy was French, though. I mean, I knew he was French, so. And it was being directed by Robert Zemeckis. Fucking love Robert Zemeckis. Guy made. I don't think there's much. I don't think I have to really introduce him. If you don't know who he is, he's the guy that made Forrest Gump and Back to the Future. There you fucking go. That's all you need to know. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I love the guy as a filmmaker. What the heck? This should be a good film. And you know what? It was. It really was. But it also is one of the most terrifying film experiences I have had in a movie theater in fucking years. I'll go into that in a little bit here. But this movie is really good. It is really, really, really good. Like I said, I don't know whether my opinion is a lot higher on it with the fact that I had never seen the documentary. Maybe my opinion might be a little bit lower if I had seen the documentary, but I still really enjoyed this movie. It was a fun sit. Joseph Gordon-Levitt should get an Oscar nomination. Oh hell yeah, he should. I don't know if he'll get the Oscar. I guarantee there's gonna be a lot. I think Johnny Depp's performance in Black Mass deserves a lot more, but this definitely, he should get an Oscar nomination. He's one of those guys. It's like he's gonna eventually win an Oscar. It's just inevitable. He's one really good actor, and he's really good in this. It helps it this character Philip or I don't know how you say his name is being played by him because he's really a charming guy that like you want to see succeed. Like from the opening scene, like he's basically narrating this whole movie throughout the whole thing. Like he's standing on like a CGI version of him is standing on top of the Statue of Liberty throughout the movie, and he's narrating the whole story of how this came together. And he is really charismatic and really likable, and I can see why a lot of people love this guy. He's still alive, I guess, and you can see why anybody would go along with his crazy idea that's fucking suicidal Like why people would say, all right, what the hell, why not? And illegal in a lot of ways. Um, he's really charming and likable, and he's being played by Joseph Gordon Levitt, who just you is able to show those traits in a personality. Definitely, I love Joseph Gordon Levitt. He's a charming, likable guy. I always liked him. He's emerged over the last few years as like one of the best actors out there, young actors out there. Um, Also, you got Ben Kingsley who's in this as his uh, I don't know what country was this character. I forget what he was supposed to be from, but he was the guy who helps him get into tightrope and everything else, like tutors him and stuff like that. Mentor is the better word. Mentors him to go into tight roping, and he's pretty fun in this movie. He's Ben Kingsley. Ben Kingsley's always really good. The supporting cast is fine. There you got like the pot smoker, the smart one. You got all these like kind of different characters. You got the love story between him and this girl he meets early on in the movie. Did they ever get married or something? I don't know. Did he ever get married? Did he stay in New York? I have to look that up. I didn't really bother to look it up. Like, is he still living in New York? Did he ever go? I was one of those, like, did this character just get, like, I wonder what characters, this always happens with movies, but did any of these characters get made up for the movie's sake? Is this girl real? I'm assuming, yeah. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure what was made up and what wasn't. I'm always interested in with those kinds of movies, like what was made up and what wasn't. Apparently, this is based off a book too. More like it's credited as based off a book, but I've never read it. Actually, never heard it. It got to interest me to watch it or read it now. Robert, this movie is really fucking well made. This movie will get, it should, on all accounts, get, like, the best visual effects award at the Oscars. I hope to God it does. If it doesn't, that's a crime. That would be a real damn crime, because this movie is obviously CGI for the, like, pretty much, like, 98% of this film is CGI, because there is no Twin Towers, and there's no way they don't have literally Joseph Gordon-Levitt tight roping across like a huge gap or anything like that. I'm kind of interested in how they did pull this movie off and made it look so good. But it doesn't, like, those scenes don't look fake. They look real. It is really well done, really well made, and it's really beautifully shot. Like, some of the scenery in this movie is fucking beautiful. It's amazing looking movie. And the 3D helps this movie a lot. Really does. And like, like Zemeckis, this is a movie to like right up Zemeckis' alley. Like, this is kind of a film that is really up his alley. Like, I could see why he would do something like this, like a story like this. Like I said earlier, though, this movie is fucking terrifying. Oh my Jesus God. I'm afraid of heights. I'm just gonna admit that right now. I hate fucking heights. I'll go on airplanes, I have no problem with that, and I'll go on roller coasters and not really have problems with that. But holy God, this movie, I was about having a fucking panic attack. That scene where he's tight roping across the Twin Towers, it goes on for like 15, it gotta be about 20 minutes it goes on. It is one of the most terrifying things I've seen in a theater in all the years I've been watching movies. Oh my God. I was sitting there like, I'm like squirming in my chair. Like, I could not. I was like, luckily I have no hair because I've been pulling my hair out. I'm glad I didn't see this in IMAX. I would have been shitting my pants. This movie is terrifying. To have that whole sequence is filmed looking down. So you're looking down, and like the 3D doesn't help because you can feel the distance. Like, you can feel how far it is. It makes you almost want to fucking vomit. And like I said, I could not imagine watching this in IMAX with a huge giant screen, like that projected on a huge giant screen, and seeing that, and fuck. Like, I was like, this movie is terrifying. I was like, and then there's parts where he's just standing on one leg and on the tightrope, or sitting down on the tight. That part was the worst. Because he's sitting right down. It's also really stunning. I was very conflicted because I'm like, this movie is really the sequence is stunning as hell and really well made, but I hate this fucking thing. It's like, this is terrifying. Like, I'm like by the end of it, I can appreciate. Like I said, I was split, between appreciating it and loving it at the same time. And like, he's lying down on the tightrope, and he just like. God damn it! That movie was terrifying. That whole sequence was terrifying. Like, I recommend, if you do not like heights, I almost want to say don't see this movie, but I do recommend this movie. But be forewarned, it's gonna be pretty bad towards the end if you don't like heights, especially if you see it in 3D. And if you see it in IMAX, oh god. Jesus. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I still recommend the movie. If there's anything I can complain about, it does get a little cheesy at the end. It does. Like, oh, you inspired people to do the impossible all around the world. I'm like, really? Did he really do that? I don't think he did, but whatever. And then, like, and I have a feeling this was in response to a complaint that was made about the Man on Wire film, and the fact a lot of people felt it didn't focus on the Twin Towers or 9/11 and shit like that. And the filmmaker's response was pretty fucking spot on, saying, this movie's not about the Twin Towers and about 9/11. It's about a guy who's tight-roped across. And this movie, it is very eerie seeing, like, the Twin Towers and stuff like that, CGI, or computer generated into the skyline of New York and stuff like that. It's very eerie watching, but the movie ends with a shot of the two towers. That's the last shot you see of the movie. And it's so obvious. I'm like, okay. I mean, it's sad. It's really sad to think about. I mean, it is. But it's kind of cheesy. Yeah, and then there are some. While I say the visual effects is really good in this movie, there are some questionable parts, like visual effects in it, including the giant fucking seagull that just pops up out of nowhere when he's lying down on the tightrope. That was a ridiculous looking seagull. That was really fake looking. That was the biggest giant. Like, I swear that seagull took up half the fucking screen. I've never seen a seagull that big. Didn't know seagulls could be that big. But it did look pretty fake looking. And there was a lot of fake looking CGI 3D stuff coming at you throughout the movie. Oh, there was a lot of that in this movie. I have no problem with it utilizing the 3D effect, like having stuff come at you. That's fine. I don't see that much anymore in 3D movies. Although that was what the whole point of the gimmick was in the first place. It wasn't supposed to be the future of cinema. or what they thought was going to be the future of cinema. Just look how many 3D movies there are nowadays. Not many. Yeah, like I said, I really like this movie. I forgot to mention this when I was watching The Martian, that I really recommended seeing it 3D. I do recommend seeing Martian in 3D, which I think was a way. I kind of do think that it was a better film in 3D, utilized 3D a lot better and a lot more in Martian than it did here. But the 3D for just that tightrope scene is amazing and terrifying if you don't like heights. Yeah, like I recommend seeing this in the 3D price definitely. If you have an IMAX theater, fucking go see it too. I have one like maybe an hour away from me. I don't know if that but again I'm kind of glad I didn't see it 3D IMAX 3D now. Go see it. The Walk. It's a damn good film. As far as trailers go, I got a trailer for The Fifth Wave. Looks like an Independence Day ripoff. I swear to God, when the trailer was starting, I thought it was a trailer for the new Independence Day movie coming out next year. And it's a wave of, or an alien spacecraft comes to Earth and causes like different waves of invasions or something. I don't know. I didn't fucking care. I guess it's based off a best-selling novel, probably a young adult novel, and the fact that it's starring Chloe Grace Moretz, and it's coming out in January, so it's probably gonna suck. The 33, which is about the Chilean miners that got stuck in the mines back in 2010. That looks like it could be a decent movie. Got Antonio Banderas, and I think Lou Diamond Phillips is in this too. Yeah, that's like it looks like it'll be alright. It looks like an Oscar bait film, obviously, but it looks like it could be not that bad. Love the Coopers. It's a family get-together movie with an all-star cast. They get together for Christmas, and of course they're dysfunctional. And Diane Keaton. Who the hell is the dad in that movie? I fucking forget. Diane Keaton. Oh, John Goodman. Ed Helms. Who else is it? I can't remember. It's your stereotypical all-star cast movie about a family that's dysfunctional getting together for Christmas. You've seen it a million times before. Yeah. And then I got a trailer for My All-American. I wrote Hope Never Quits, but that's the tagline, I guess. It's called My All-American, and it's from the writers of Rudy, and it's about, I'm not making this up, a small guy that wants to get into football and isn't being, no college will accept him. Like, so, it's the story of Rudy again. Okay, whatever. I was like, when it said from the writers of Rudy, I'm like, so you just pretty much copy and pasted your script and gave it or made it a story about somebody else. Okay, what makes this different from the Rudy story? What makes this different from any football story? I don't know. What's is comical of Rudy is that I never was a big fan of Rudy, but it's kind of comical. Like, that movie was not very historically accurate from what I've been told. Yeah, that's as far as trailers go. I'll be back within the next couple days with the Babadook. I was going to do that earlier this week, but I got sick and wasn't able to go or watch it earlier this week because of me being sick. And I started watching a little bit of it, but I gotta watch the rest of it now. Like I said last week, I was, planning on seeing Steve Jobs, but apparently it's not coming to my theater until like 2 weeks from now. I don't know why. Like, they've been advertising this movie to death. Why not release it now? It makes no sense. Why do you put on your previews it's coming out October 9th and did not release it. Fucking movie theaters. I can't stand studios right now. They keep doing this for all these movies. It's starting to piss me off. But next week, I know for sure we'll be getting these movies. Goosebumps, Crimson Peak, and Bridge of Spies. I'll be doing reviews for all three of those next week. And until then, I'll talk to you guys later.